Right, this is a video on the TIPPMANN 12 round magazines. Not seen many videos on YouTube with the disassembly and reassembly of these. When I bought mine I had a couple of problems, they weren't working, so I learnt the hard way on how to take them apart, and I found a pretty easy way to get them back together, which hopefully you'll find useful too. Right then, we start by removing the 6 screws. I've already done so, just to speed things up a little bit. Right, with a flat-headed screwdriver we're just going to prise this piece apart here now, and it should all release. Just like that. Catching the spring, just prise them apart, a bit of a wriggle, and it'll all come out. Right then, there we go. So just tip everything out here now. Right, I take this piece here now with the loop on the bottom and I just pull it to the side. This won't be needed just for now. Likewise with a spring and the ball follower, I think it is. Right then, starting with this small little spring. It's got 2 little legs on it, a big one and a little one. They both point up. We place this on the little retainer here. I'm just marking them out with a screwdriver. I don't know if you can see that. I will post a picture just to make it a bit clearer. So these go in, pointing into the magazine, pointing up at the sky. Right then, so we got the retainer then, which has a little hole going in through one side here. This long arm of the spring feeds into that, and there is also a little cutout, like a groove, for the knuckle to sit on. So hook up the spring first and then move them onto the knuckle. Just like that. Right, take in the rod. He's got a kick on him, so basically put him into the magazine just like so, so that he is sitting with a kick just into the release, the magazine, the retaining catch. So if you just hold the knuckle with a bit of motion, you should see him coming back out of the way. So now we know that's all in place, right? This is the blue spring. We'll need that now, and this gate. Now with this gate you want to put the flat side, you've got like a little cutout side and a smooth flat side. Flat side goes on the top. So we take this now, and there's like a little track now that this sits in on here. And basically he sits just like that. Whoops. Just pop it back there. I'm going to take the spring now, and this spring, a bit awkward, he just sits in like that. And hopefully you should end up with something like that. So what we'll do now is we're going to leave the spring to last and the ball follower, and we're just going to take this half of the clamshell and we're just going to place it on top, lining it all up. There we go. Now at this point I usually put a screw in. You don't have to, you can just hold them with your hands, but just makes it a little bit easier and less likely to fall apart again. So just putting the screw in the bottom. Just make sure the gate is moving back and forth by hand, and he's nice and free to move there. So what we do now is we'll take the spring and we'll feed him into the top here. Be a bit awkward, just give him a wriggle. He will go. If not, twist him in. Right there. There we go, it's the spring in. Now this is the follower. Now it's very important that this goes in the right way, otherwise you won't be able to lock the mags down for loading and stop the bolts from getting squashed. Right, we've got this dipped end here. This is the piece that faces the back of the magazine. This is the piece that locks into place. The front end, if you put it in battery front, it's not going to lock. I've done this before, trial and error. And these are the side pieces here. So what we do now is we just take this apart, just pop this apart again, and just gently prise him like that, not too far, the bare minimum, and we just slide him in just like that. Push that back on the gate. And you'll hear him click into place. Then close them up. I usually test mine now just to make sure I got it right. So I usually just, in this case, big screwdriver, just pop him down. And he's locked in. Take a screwdriver just to release it now, make sure he's all coming free. All good. There we go. Pop the remaining screws back in and you're good to go.